service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab. Greetings, I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast always on the top of your CNC local news pages. Election Day across New York State and the Rochester area, and the polls are open until 9 p.m. By this time tomorrow, hopefully we'll have the answers to a lot of questions, including who wins in the new 25th and in the other congressional district races, state senate, and the assembly races around the Rochester area. Governor Andrew Cuomo has been signing executive orders for the past 4 days, suspending all sorts of state regulations and red tape to help speed relief supplies and other recovery measures for the downstate counties hit by last week's hurricane. Monday, he signed one more designed to help New York City metro area and Long Island residents vote, even if their usual polling stations are unusable because of the flooding. Cuomo signed an executive order allowing any voter registered in a federally declared disaster county to vote by affidavit ballot at any other polling place in New York State, no matter what part of the state they're registered. It also mandates every county elections board to make sure any such ballots are delivered to the election district where they belong so it gets counted in the right place. That order covers first responders as well, those who are away from home helping with the recovery effort this election day. And this applies to people in Bronx, Kings, Nassau, New York, Queens, Richmond, Rockland, Suffolk, and Westchester, the federally declared disaster counties. And while we're speaking of the election, town officials are urging voters in Greece to make sure they don't miss the local referendum on creation of a fourth town justice. The town proposed adding a fourth justice to Greece Town Court back in June to help deal with the steady increase in cases since the addition of a third justice back in 1982. Greece officials and Police Chief Todd Baxter say adding another justice will reduce the time it takes to bring cases to trial and speed up administrative matters like issuing search warrants. In 2011, Greece Town Court handled over 18,000 cases. That makes it the seventh biggest town court in New York State. If the measure is approved, the election for a new judge would be a year from now, and the new judge would take office January of 2014. Eastman Kodak has won approval from a U.S. District Bankruptcy Court judge to suspend the health and welfare benefits it's been providing to 56,000 retirees and their dependents. Judge Alan Groper approved the agreement reached between Kodak and an official committee representing company retirees following a hearing on Monday. That hearing was held by telephone after twice being delayed because of Hurricane Sandy and its aftermath. Kodak has been spending about $10 million a month on retirement and survivor benefits for its U.S. retirees, and the company wanted to end those payments by the end of 2012 as part of its recovery from Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The judge's decision doesn't affect retiree pensions, they're separately funded. But the benefits suspended by the agreement include health insurance coverage Kodak currently provides for about 32,000 people who retired after 1991 and who could otherwise be covered by Medicare. It also cuts the survivor income benefit, which Kodak offered up until 1995. That benefit guaranteed a surviving spouse would get 30% of a retiree's annual pension. Together, those two benefit plans added up to a $950 million liability on Kodak's books. As part of its agreement, the official retirees committee will be given $635 million in priority claims against the company to be paid once the creditors who are first in line get paid off during Kodak's eventual reorganization, and whatever the committee gets from that money would be used in a fund to help pay future retiree benefits. Both MVP Healthcare and XLS Blue Cross Blue Shield have scheduled meetings around the Rochester area to brief affected Kodak retirees and their families about their options once the company benefits end. Kodak has laid off or plans to lay off nearly 4,000 employees by the end of the year as it tries to reorganize and become a smaller company that focuses on large-scale commercial printing. The company has abandoned digital photography and the consumer inkjet printer business as it fights to stay alive. A Roman Catholic nun pleaded not guilty in Orleans County Court Monday night on charge of second-degree grand larceny. Sister Mary Ann Rapp is 67. She was arraigned on charges that she stole some $128,000 from the parishes of St. Mark's and St. Mary's in Orleans County. She was assigned there as a pastoral assistant. She was released on her own recognizance after arraignment in Kendalltown Court. Rapp has been a nun of the Sisters of St. Francis for more than 50 years, but she was dismissed in April after a priest noticed a discrepancy in a 2011 audit and notified church authorities, and the missing donations were traced back to Sister Rapp. The Orleans County District Attorney's Office would not comment on why Sister Rapp might have taken the money. She faces 15 years in prison if convicted. And county highway crews opened the Arundecoit Outlet Bridge Monday, as we told you, so a barge trapped in the bay by Hurricane Sandy could get out through the channel, but the barge is still stuck. A tugboat that was supposed to pull the barge out into Lake Ontario and onto its winter storage couldn't make it because of high waves on the lake, and the barge, which was being used on the renovation project for the Route 104 Bay Bridge, looks like it's stuck for the winter. Crews swung the seasonal outlet bridge back into closed position in the afternoon so cars can pass from Arundecoit to the Webster side, and there are no plans right now to open it again until April. To the left of this window are links to these and other stories, and on the bottom of the page, links you can use to post your news items directly to us or things that you want us to check out. We're also a community news resource at CNC News, so send us your birth announcements, wedding announcements, business openings, all that sort of thing, because we want to see it and post it up here and put it on CNC News. So next news is as it happens. Updates are when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.